Like we did in the previous report, I'm going to click on my client name, and there is a property called Can Grow. And here it is, and I want that to be set to yes. And that again makes, if the person's name or the client's name needs to be bigger than the area, it can grow. I'm going to close this just for simplification purposes. I'm going to hit my group and sort button again, and what we're actually do here is we're going to add it such that we can add a footer. And the way we do this is, I'm on page 388, is under the business analyst number. I'm going to go to more, and I'm going to change without a footer to with a footer. And what that did, you probably didn't see it, but it added a footer down here at the bottom. Okay, just not enough room to see everything on our page. So actually what I could do, if I was really bold, is kind of pull this stuff up from the bottom so I can kind of have everything on one screen. I like to spread stuff out so it's easier to see. I'm going to turn my group and sort off just so I have some extra room down there at the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple more text boxes. This one I'm going to add under the business analyst number footer, and I do want to have a little bit of room to work here. With my design open, I'm going to click on new text box, and I'm going to add a text box right down here. And in this text box, I'm going to add a function or a formula which is equals sum in parentheses current due. But current due needs to be in square brackets. And my label over here is going to say subtotals. And what that will do is that will show the subtotals of the calculation. Now what's nice is if you do that correctly, which I feel pretty confident and comfortable that I just did, what I can do is copy that in just a second. But what I need to do is actually add another text box. I'm going to actually delete the label for it because I don't really need a label. I'm going to reuse the subtotal. Spread this apart, and then for the other one here, I'm going to actually do this formula. So I'm actually doing two formulas. I'm going to have this one's on page 390, sum parentheses, it's going to say amount paid. Okay, now let me just pause for a second. Let me preview that and see what it looks like. I spelled amount wrong. That's why it gave me that odd thing. Try this again. Print preview. You'll notice again these are not currency. So what I probably need to do is under my properties change this to, it's under format, change it to currency, change this one to currency, and that will place dollar signs and decimal places as needed in there, which is nice. I can actually, and I have it, do this, changes to 2 decimal places and 2 decimal places. Alright, now I did that again. I feel confident and comfortable I did that. Now what I can actually do is reuse those items here in just a second. What I want to do is I want to right click and go to report header footer. Puts a report footer down there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these items, highlight copy, and I may need a little room to play down here. Paste those, pull them over here to the side, but instead of subtotals I'm going to change this so that it says grand totals. And let me preview that and see what it looks like. Okay. Again, these should already be set up as currency. They did. That's good. One other item I'm going to add, and this is under the detail area, is I'm going to add another toolbox, or sorry, text box right here in this area. And what this is going to do is going to be a conditional value. By adding that, I'm going to click in here and bring up my property sheet and go under control source. I'm going to click on the three dots. I'm going to go under functions, built-in functions, program flow, and I'm going to do if. When I double click on that, it gives me the expression up there at the top. So what I'm going to have happen here is this, and I'm on page 396, figure 678, is where the first part is for amount paid. Amount paid greater than 4,000. The true part will be 0.04 times current due. If that's not true, or the false part will be the next here. I'm going to put 0.02 times current due. So what it's doing in essence is creating this if statement that will be presented down here in this area. I'm actually going to close this, and what I'm going to do is take the label for this and move it up here. And the label actually, oh, these need to be broken apart. Undo that. Let me just do it like I did here. Cut this up here and paste it. Takes clear there in the corner. This actually is going to be called discount. So this will calculate the discount depending on the appropriate condition. Okay, so what I may need to do again, if my items go off the page, I may need to scrunch some things together. But that's the basic layout of the item. And actually, they have us do one more thing. Is down here in the page footer. Is I'm going to insert page numbers, and bottom of the page on the left, look at that, and also while I'm down here, let's put the date. And where did it put the date? I'm going to cut this from up here, paste it down here. That will put the date in the footer, which looks like figure 682. And I'm going to save this and preview it, and it should work and function well.